In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a survey in Shopify. Unfortunately, since Shopify doesn't support this functionality by default, what we need to do is use a third-party platform. Don't worry though, it's completely free and also very easy to set up. So the first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to the Classable platform. Once you click to the link, this is the page they're going to see. From here, I want you to click on Start for Free, which will automatically take you to the sign up page of the Classable platform. And here, all you have to do is decide how you want to sign up for the platform. I'll personally recommend you to sign up using a Shopify account because that will make the integration between the two platforms significantly easier. So go ahead and click on sign up for Shopify, and then you'll be taken to the Shopify login page. Simply log in into your Shopify account, and once you do that, you'll automatically be asked to install the Classable plugin straight on your Shopify website. To do that, go ahead and click on install right here at the bottom right corner of the screen, and in just a couple of seconds, you'll be taken to the back end of your Classable dashboard. This is what it looks like, and before I show you how to set everything up, if you take a look on the left hand side of the screen right here, right above my camera, you will see that by default, you will be assigned to the free plan. If you go ahead and click on that, I want to quickly run you through the usage and limitations of the free plan, just so you can get an idea of what it has to offer, or if you need to choose a different plan. So if you take a look on the screen right here, you can see some of the usage and limitations of the free plan. So for example, you can get up to 3,000 monthly page views on your Classable widgets on Shopify. You can, however, make as many widgets as you want. Do bear in mind with the free plan, you also get the Powered by Classable badge. So if you want your widget to be 100% ad free, or if you plan to get more than 3,000 monthly page views on your Shopify website, then go ahead and click on Upgrade Plan right here, which will automatically take you to the Classable's plans page. This is what it looks like, and here you can find all the different plans that the Classable platform has to offer. So this right here, for example, is the Pro 50 plan, which allows you to get up to 50,000 monthly page views on your widgets on Shopify. As part of the plan, you can also access all the features and functionalities that the platform has to offer. You don't get the Powered by Classable badge. You can create as many widgets as you want, and you also get priority support. And if you use this slide and you go to the right, you can access all the bigger plans that the platform has. So yeah, browse through the different plans, choose the one that works best for you, and if you'd like to save some money, I definitely recommend you to subscribe to the plan that you want on an annual basis, as that will save you 25% of the total cost of the plan. So for example, the Pro 250 plan is going to go from $99 per month down to $69 per month. And if you'd like to save an additional 20%, you can also use my discount code at checkout, which you can find in the description of this video. So if I go ahead and insert it right here, you can see that this plan is going to go from $69 per month down to $55 per month. Now, do you know a little bit more about the different plans that the Classable platform has to offer? Let me show you how to create the exact type of survey that you want and how to integrate it with the Shopify website. So the first thing I want you to do is to click on new widget right here on the top of the page, and then you will see this pop up here. The first thing that we need to do here is decide whether you want to start completely from scratch or if you want to customize an existing template. I would personally recommend you to go for an existing template because all templates are fully customizable anyway, so that's going to save you a whole lot of time and effort in the process, and that's going to be the route I'm going to be taking today. So go ahead and click on template library. Once you do that, you will automatically be taken to this page, which is where you can see all the different templates that the Classable platform has to offer. Now, the first thing you want to do here is narrow down your options. You only see the templates that are relevant to you. To do that, go to the left hand side of the screen right here, and then underneath use case, I want you to check the collect feedback option. And as soon as you do that, on the right hand side here, you see that the templates will automatically update. Now, that's going to be the only option I'm going to check in my particular case, but if you want to, go ahead and explore all the other options here and then make sure to check them, and then obviously you'll get a lot more relevant templates to what you're looking for. Like I said previously though, it doesn't really matter which template you go with because all the templates are fully customizable anyway, so don't worry too much about the initial look just yet. I browsed through the different templates and I found one that I really like. I'm going to go with this template right here, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it to select it, and then I'll be taken to this page, which is where I can see what it looks like before I make any changes to it. So this right here is the feedback page, then you have the details page as well, you have the success page and the error page. If you're happy with this template and you want to move forward, go ahead and click on use this template in the top right corner of the screen, and then you'll be taken to the Classable's template editor. This is what it looks like. Now, in my particular case, I'm not going to make too many changes to my template because I'm only recording a tutorial video, so it doesn't really matter for me. I just want to quickly show you what's possible, and then I'll let you customize yours to your specific requirements. So for example, if you want to go ahead and delete a particular element from your template that you don't want to have in the final widget, simply go ahead and click on it to highlight it, and then press the backspace button on your keyboard. And just like that, the component has been deleted. If you want to go and customize a particular element instead of deleting it, let's say I want to make this text a little bit bigger, what I want to do is click on it to highlight it again, and then on the right hand side of the screen, you'll see the editor for that particular element. Now in my case, I'm looking for font size, which is right here. And if I go ahead and press the plus button right here, as you can see the text automatically reflects on the left hand side of the screen. Now do bear in mind that the actual editor on the right hand side is going to differ depending on the type of element that you select. So this right here is the editor for text blocks, but if I click on this image right here, you can see that the editor changes entirely, and then this is where I can customize the image. I can choose whether to display on desktop and a bunch of other options as well. Now besides customizing or deleting existing elements from your template, you can also add additional components to it as well. To do that, go on the left hand side of the screen, which is where you'll find all the different components that you can add to your particular template. In my particular case, I want to add the first name field and an email field so I can capture some more information of the person who is filling out this form right here. So what I want to do is go to the field section right here and then first drag the first name option and then place it anywhere they want within the template. In my case, I'm going to place it right here, and then I'm also going to drag the email field as well and place it right underneath. And as you can see, they're automatically added and it looks super nice and clean already. I'm not going to make any more changes to my particular template. But yeah, as you can see, customizing the template is super straightforward and easy to do. Once you're ready to move forward, go ahead and click on save in the top right corner of the screen, and then you'll automatically be taken to the triggering page, which is where we get to decide when and how a survey is going to be shown on our Shopify website. So in terms of display frequency here, I'm going to set mine to do not limit, and in terms of when to display, I'm going to set it to immediately. Like I set this to whatever you want. In my particular case, I'm going to set it to immediately because I want to show you what it looks like and how it functions as soon as I land on my Shopify website. And that's pretty much going to be the only changes that I'm going to make right here. But as you can see, there's a bunch of different settings that you can customize. So take a look at them, customize them to your liking, and once you're ready to move forward, go ahead and click on next in the top right corner of the screen. And if you want to integrate your survey with any platform like Google Analytics as an example, then this is where you do that. In my case, I'm going to skip this step because it's already self-explanatory here, and click on done once more. Now, as soon as you've done that, we are pretty much ready to go. The last thing you want to do here is go ahead and change the status of our survey widget from unpublished to published, and then click on save in the top right corner of the screen. Once the survey widget is published, we can go ahead and preview a Shopify website. So let's go there right now and then simply refresh it. And then, like I've set my triggering settings, I should get it immediately. As you can see, here it is. It looks super nice and clean, and it's also fully interactive. And that's about it. That's how to create a survey in Shopify. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.